Hey guys, it's me, Camozombie 15, and today I'm going to be going through all the new items in Super Roblox Kart. As some of you may know, the game had a major update to make it more original, and it added loads of new content, new karts, new tracks, pretty much everything, with the exception of a few new items. Now, today I'm going to go through and I'm going to re-rank everything, because some stuff's been added, some stuff's been taken away, and we're going to see how it shakes up now. Like, some items are better, some items are way worse. It just depends. So let's start off simple with the Fireball. So Fireball is about the same as before. C tier, it's just average. It's always been average. I see it a lot more. It's C, maybe B later. We'll see, but it's always been like a better green shell, in my opinion. So yeah. Super Hammer, you rarely see it in game, but hey, it's still one of the better items. So it's good, yeah, it's just a glorified super horn. There are no other hammers now, so it's one of the better items. I will say A tier for now. Super Bomb is the bigger version of the bomb. So it's just a bigger bomb. You toss it, it has a slightly smaller range, but it has a bigger explosion. A tier. Camozombie 15, absolute garbage. Get it out. Alright, Flying Spiky Orb. So this one's pretty good. It goes really fast. It usually hits its target. A tier. It's nice to see go flying around. Funny enough, I've never really seen it spawn. I think I've only gotten it like once or twice in game. The Ink Strike, or not the Ink Strike, I forget the name of this one, but this was the Ink Strike, now it's a flying missile. I think it's called the Air Strike. Whatever it is, it would be so much better. They did it a little dirty. It looks cooler, it does a little bit better. Alright, so the Air Strike, I left it at C, but to be honest, it's CD, because you have to take into account the positions now. The positions are so wonky. It just you get it in like 4th, 5th, 6th place and below. It's rarely useful in that position. I'd rather have it in like 3rd, 2nd, or 1st so I can make a gap. That would be a lot cooler. So until they do that, D tier. Otherwise, one of the best items for stopping, because that's all that's holding it back. I'll put it at C now for that one reason. It's one of the best, like, space makers. If somebody's trailing you, you throw that in the air, it comes down, most of the time it'll hit them with a large hitbox. It doesn't get stopped by walls like the other missile does, it just outperforms. Alright, so just the blue spiky orb is A tier. They're like little prick balls. Like, you know the little prick balls outside you step on and they hurt? And you have to like walk weird because you stepped on it and then you're like, ow, these hurt. It's one of those. So, A tier. Alright, small boy bomb. That's B tier. It's good at what it does. You throw it, it's like a green shell, or it's just a bigger black shell. Blows up. Coin. They did my boy Coin so dirty. So back in the old SRK, the Mario Kart one, which they had to fix for originality, it was such a decent thing because you could get as many coins as you want, and this was one of the only ways to do it. That's why item spamming was probably one of the best ways to get money quick. Other than that, it's a former shell of itself. It's garbage now. It's actually garbage. Green Apple though, Green Apple. Oh, talk about they did my boy Green Apple so dirty. So in the regular SRK, or the one that was before the major update, this was one of the best speed items. Now it's just average. It does better, it outperforms only one other mushroom now, which is the red mushroom, or the red apple, which makes it really lackluster. It just falls flat. Is this giant banana? No, it's regular banana. Okay, banana S tier, best item ever. I'm gonna be real. I'm keeping it here for one reason and one reason alone. Its face. It's an intimidating face. It scares me, man. I have to put it there. Probably one of the only good drop behind items to date. It has a faster drop rate now. It has a bigger hitbox. If I'm being honest, it's probably one of the better items. I'm gonna say B tier, but I'm gonna keep it in best item ever for now. Until we get Big Boy Banana. Gat Nana. The Gat Nana, the Nana with the guns. Alright. Tornado. Tornado, they kind of buffed but also nerfed my boy. What? He's still good. S tier. The nerf he got is you can't really get him. Like, it's harder to get certain items now. But when you do pull him, it's amazing. Drop it behind a wall, people get caught in it. Going forward. Other than that, though, it's pretty much the same thing. Big Boy Green Shell. Honestly, B tier behind the bomb. It does the same thing, it just doesn't explode. But other than that, still a really good item. A lot of the shell items are going to be B, A, and S because they are BS. A. Yeah, they're really good, but they're also really annoying now. The hitboxes are way better than they were before, and they're more likely to hit your target, which is good. Alright, the Nuke Orb, S tier Nuke Orb. Probably better than the Tornado. It's big now for some reason, and it just blows everybody up in that radius. One of the better items in this game, by far. Purple Shell. Purple Shell's like a combination, a baby between these two, but put together. It gets sandwiched in B tier. It's an explosive, so you either want a bigger hitbox or an explosion when it does hit. I'll take explosion when it does hit. The explosion does more damage and it just stuns you for longer. The other banana, the Trip Mine. I remember I hated this item. In the first recording I ever did for a tier list, I put it in D. And then I realized it was actually good. Not you, Lightning. This is an A tier item. It's one of the better stop behinds. I'm gonna put it right here because it is just a stop drop. It's like the Tornado, but the Tornado lasts a little bit longer and can hit more people. So, yeah. Lightning! Best item ever. Maybe. I'm tempted, but... I can't. I have to put it there. It doesn't do it. It just can't. It's good. It's an S tier item. It's perfect. It does what it needs to do. It stops everybody, and you get to go forward, and it's one of the better items. You hit everybody without fail. It slows everybody down. It's even better when they have chain chomps out. If you see somebody whip out a chain chomp, or the Venus fly chomp, or the super orb or something, just use the lightning and they all get slowed no matter what. It's one of the best items in the game. 10. I think they're just called bottle rockets. I'm just gonna call them pink rockets. They're still good. They just don't really keep up. Better than Fireball though, C tier. So far, not a lot of crappy weapons. Can't lie. There's no DRF, just the coin. Alright, Red Missile. Red Missile, homing missile is S tier. This is like the Invisible Missile, but the same thing, just visible, so actually A tier. Guaranteed to most likely hit your shot. Alright, another drop behind item. The Double Bomb. This is a C tier item. Better than all these. You drop it behind you, if somebody touches it, they get stuck in a double explosion loop, so really good. I think you could drop one at a time now, it's not both at once. I think, which makes it good. Other than that though, pretty average item. Orbital Flute. Just the Ink Strike but with the worst hitbox. It just, bigger explosion though. D tier. It's not that good anymore. Like on maps like the Electric Shredder, you'd rather have the Ink Strike. That's just facts. Alright, well. The Invisimissile. The Invisimissile is S tier. It's invisible. That's the upgrade. You can't plan for it. You can't say, okay, I gotta use this boost, because you don't see it. You turn around and you're like, wait, what? Doesn't do anything. It doesn't, you can't really predict it. It just happens to you and you don't know what happens and you're done. Ghost. So last time we did a tier list, I rated the Ghost unfairly. I put it in C or D. I can't remember because I didn't know what it did. And it's a RNG item. It's like the super box, but a little bit more risque. So the Ghost, what it does is it'll either give you an item or it'll give you nothing. But it's a cool vouch because it could be any item or it could just be nothing. So honestly, it's fun to use, but other than that, it just... Whew, you might even get another Ghost from the Ghost, and you might just get that for an infinite loop. That'd be fun. Alright, the pink bomb. So it occurred to me in the last video, or the last kind of tier list I made, that the pink bomb is supposed to be able to hit. It's better for PC players than it is for mobile players. I know, right? Pretty bad for me, but good for you guys if you play on PC. So I was a little bit too harsh, but it does a lot of the things that most items don't. Imagine the ink strike with the ability to throw it forward or back. It's just good. It's a B tier, solid B tier. Nothing too crazy, but nothing, you know, nothing too boring. Red Shell. They took my boy Red Shell and they just Red Orb and they made it so broken. This is an S tier item now. So the thing about shells is when they hit you, you have to do, you take like 2 or 3 seconds to do a circle or like a bunch of flips and you're stuck. But the red shell is such a common item now. It just, ooh, and it's the design too. It's a ball. Unlike the last time when it was a shell, it's a ball now. So it has the circular motion. It's gonna stay on the track more. It's gonna hit your target more likely. It's gonna deal the big boy damage. They buffed all the shells indirectly because you throw them on top of you now instead of at the side of you. So you're less likely to get hit unless you're using a speed item as you use it because the shells go faster than you do. I have been able to outrun a red shell before, but it ends up finding me 3 seconds after. It's really sad. That's why it's an S tier item. They really buffed it. The Venom Bomb, because it looks like Venom from Spider-Man. Honestly, it's so intimidating, man. It's an A tier. It's just a oop. I didn't know you can rename them. Anyways, it's an S tier. It's an A tier item. Why? It just, the intimidation, the BM. So the one thing I like about it more than the other two is it follows somebody. It follows the person in first. It makes a beeline straight to them. It doesn't get stuck on ledges or anything like the other two. It doesn't fall off either. It just kind of vibes. So here's the thing. It vibe checks you. If you screw up once, let's say you run into a wall, you try to zoom in, you stop to use an item like a shell, it'll catch you and it'll blow you up. One mistake. You screw up once, it kills you. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. You touch a banana on accident, you're dead. You get hit by a red shell, you're dead. You hit on an invisible wall, you're dead. You take another left to pick up a green item blocks, you're dead. That's why it's just so amazing. It's so intimidating too. Honestly, this is what I'm looking at. It just intimidates everybody. The red spiky bomb, the best out of all the spiky bombs so far. It's so intimidating and it drops fireballs, which may or may not hit you depending on what position you're in, but most of the time you can avoid them. It sucks for the person caught in the explosion though, because they're more likely to get hit by the fireballs and get stuck for longer. Ooh. Explosion. Explosion. I heard they were gonna try to buff it, but until then, it's more viable than the orbital flute. It just, this is a tough decision, but we're moving orbital flute to F tier because it takes a bit longer. But then again, so does the next one and a couple of things. The explosion's good if you know how to use it. You can use it on certain straightaways and stuff to get the little knockback and get knocked up in the air and thrown around and get through the checkpoints quicker. But other than that, it just serves as a I'm gonna take you guys down with me, and most of the time it does just that, and then the person in third place ends up winning. So overall, probably not as bad as it was before, but not as good. The thing that brings it up to D tier is that you can't get it in last place or any low position anymore, which is reassuring. I need a bullet bill or a purple apple or something, not a self-destruct. Like, oh boy, I'm gonna win the race now, I gotta self-destruct. That's really gonna help. Alright, the Vuvuzela or the Super Horn. Alright, so take the Super Hammer, but make it multi-hit. That's it. It's pretty much it. It does what it needs to do, it does it well. It even stops those pesky red shells, which actually makes it better than a lot of these items. Oh my god. I'm gonna put it in S tier. It stops shells. I forgot about that. It stops the roadblocks orbs, the red shell. It stops all of them. If it's near you, it explodes, which is a nice touch. I like that. It does well. It does good. The blue rocket, on the other hand, ugh, it's like the orbital fluke or worse. The airstrike is the best out of all the little. You throw it, it falls, and it explodes. It just, it's a small explosion. Granted, it is faster than the orbital flute, but depending on what place you get it in anyways, it doesn't matter. It's just the airstrike always outclasses it. Water bottle rocket. I don't even know if it's in the game yet, but F tier. It's just a missile, but full of water. Honestly, I'd rather get it than the blue missile, but even then, damn. Alright, bubble. The clear bubble is an instant A tier. It's like the star, but better. It's just, you go faster, everything's good about it. You get to run over people, you go fast, it's just really good like that. It's one of the better items you can grab and go. It's good at that tier, A tier. The super item box. So remember frenzy item boxes? Well, they kind of got an upgrade and a downgrade. I don't know where to put this, because on one hand, it gives you any item. It gives you any item. Any item you want. So you could get the almighty banana, you can get the red shell, or you can get the Venus flycharm, golden apple, things like that. But it does have one drawback. You can get anything. So you can get explosion, you can get Tenta missiles, or the soda rockets, or whatever they're called. You can get anything. You could even just get a coin, which is okay, but when you have to drive back to pick it up, you don't want that. So it's gonna go right ahead of the ghost because it's a guaranteed item. But other than that, it's a fun item to use. Alright, ice flower. Arguably better than each and every fireball in the game. It is the best of B tier. You throw multiple, if it hits them, it stuns them in a blue ice block for longer than a fireball would, and that's about it. Nothing crazy. Oh boy, Blue Apple. What did they do to my boy Blue Apple? They put steroids in him or something. They're putting something in the apples. They shouldn't be blue. But let me tell you about Blue Apple. It is the best. One of the best speed items in the game. It just outperforms. It really does. It just, it makes me moist. It does what it needs to do. It's the green apple, but they buffed it so well. It lasts way longer and you go way faster. And you have a chance of knocking people over. That makes it instantly better than the green apple now. It's just S tier. They really did do a number on them, the apples. Alright, Ziki Bomb, one of the better bombs still. It doesn't explode if you touch it, but still one of the better bombs in the game. A tier. Always has been and always will be. Alright, the regular green shell is it's an average item. C tier. It does hit shots more often. I see myself hitting a lot more snipes with them more than I ever did, which is cool. I like that. The fake item box. See, the fake item box is a little bit better, but it is a little bit worse. It's easier to notice. I would have appreciated. They did do it good. They did it justice, but did they do it enough justice? Kinda. A tier. Actually, not low B tier. Yeah, low B tier suits it. The Gatnana Big Boy. They're both gonna be in there for the best items ever. That's about it. The banana and the big banana are just, they be Vibindo. Yeah, they do be Vibindo. Alright, now we have the big flame ball, which is just the shells, but kind of reimagined. I will say it's B tier. It's better than the regular flame, but even then, it's one big one and it explodes at the end, so good on you. Mr. Tentacles, the hat that I wanted the second I started playing Roblox, but it's over 9,000 Robux. Honestly, it's still one of those items where it's like, I mean, I could just run it over and get the green box, so D tier. I hate to do it to him. Bottle Rocket, or not Bottle Rocket, Rocket Ship, instant S tier. It outperforms. It's one of the faster things in the game. It lasts just as long. It lasts just as long as the blue apple, and it knocks people over. It's cool. Only thing I really don't like about these items is it discolors your shirt. But other than that, I don't give a crap. Give it to me all day. If it messes up my shirt, I win. Alright. Blue coin. They nerfed these so hard. I'd still rather get it than most of the items, but not by a long shot. It doesn't even give you double the coins if you have the game pass, which is fair. But when you can get 2 coins per coin you pick up, you just don't really need it. Otherwise, they're about the same. I can't really blame anybody for not wanting them. Alright, the nuclear spiky ball orb thing. The best out of all of them because it's bigger and it does more damage. A tier. Actually S tier. It's guaranteed because most of the flaws with this, even the red one, it can miss. And if it whiffs hard. But with the nuke one, it always hits because the hitbox is so huge. Alright, the super spring or the gravity coil, whatever it's called. You know, you're a Roblox player. Alright, this one is honestly B tier. They did it justice, but not too much justice. There's not many places to use it right now. There are some shortcuts you can access, but it's such a limited thing to use now. It's okay to pick up. I'm not complaining. Alright, the fake item coin, still one of the better things in the game. I really haven't seen it. I don't even think it's in yet. They are reworking it a little bit. I know that. But it was good. It still is good. I'd rather have it than the fake item box. You fake more people out, especially if they've had the game pass. Like on some of the coin areas on Robloxia Circuit, you can really trick people. Alright. The Forbidden Box. The Forbidden Box is an A tier item. Probably one of the better ones. It hurts everybody. It stuns them. It's just the worst lightning bolt. That's about it. Red Apple. We have a lot of speed items right now. Red Apple, average. I'd rather have it than most of these things, but yeah, that's about it. That seems about right. It's one boost only. You can't really screw up when hitting the speed panel. That's about it. The rainbow bubble, though, it's better than the regular bubble, and it'll be going in S tier. Better than most of these items. It lasts longer. It goes a little bit slower. You know the deal. Probably one of the best items in the game. A little bit better than that because lightning can cancel and will cancel every item. But if you have it in your inventory and you get lightning, use it right after and you get a boost too. Gold apple. This is probably better than most of the items. Probably better than lightning bolt too because it stuns everything. Lightning bolt stuns everything, yes. But golden apple, it doesn't give a crap if you get stunned by lightning. It'll keep letting you use it. use it mid lightning? Oh, well, you still have like 5 or 6 hits left. Go for it. That's why it's better than most of the items here. That's the one counter and only counter to lightning, provided you don't use the item right after the lightning shot. Alright, so last 3, gold, shell, S tier. They really did buff the shells. It just feels right. That looks ugly. I'll probably fix it right now. Oh, we have a problem. Oh, we have a problem. Uh-oh, some things are getting moved. I approve of this. This is a nice, clean one. I mean, it's gonna get messed up anyways, so. Whew, what were we? Alright, rating. We are rating the, we are rating the gold shell. The gold shell is S tier. It just does everything it needs to do. It's a red shell, but it explodes, so it's ahead. Not too much else to say. Venus Flychomp. Venus Flychomp is about A tier. Not exactly the worst item, but it does the same thing as the ones above. The only thing keeping it back is this one is the most prone to lightning because the thing might not even go away. Same with the rocket, but it just actually nah. I'll bring down the blue apple just because of that. It just it lasted a little bit better. The chomp is a bit better though. Last item, the black shell. The black shell just you throw it, it explodes. It's just a green shell, but it explodes. I need to buff the purple shell to A tier because it does that too. But it explodes into 3 other shells and it can combo. Jesus Christ, that's the S tier. That's an S tier. All the homing ones are S tiers. All the ones that you just throw and pray for are kind of below that. Well, I should probably edit the tiers a little bit. Let's move you so I can actually... You're like a B tier anyways. Alright. Here's the final tier list. So the best items ever, we got the bananas. Then we got, most of the speed items and the homing items in S. And then followed by more speed items and homing items in A. With a couple of stoppers and all stoppers. Then in B we got the really good people stoppers, the blocks, all that good stuff. And then C tier is the average. I would say the bar is between the red apple, because after the red apple is most of the items you'd want in this position. So like, yeah, the randomized ones are there too. You got the DNFs, the ones that you really don't need, but it's okay if you pick them up. And then garbage. Coin is garbage. You just get 2 coins. It's like walking over 2 coins. At least with the blue coin, it's like you ran over 10 coins, which is about like 2-3 seconds, depending on how fast you are. Versus you can pick up 2 coins while you picked up an item block. So it's not really that hard to do. Alright, well, this is a little bit different from my old tier list. Do you guys see anything new? See anything different? Let me know in the comments. Do you agree with some of my picks? I know some of you guys aren't going to agree with the best items ever, but hey, my tier list. Honestly though, B and A, at least. So thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to like and sub, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.